introvert, amplified introvert. I'm an introvert, amplified introvert.
Welcome back. Last week, we explored the art of sparking deep connections, moving beyond small talk to really engage with people. Now, I hope you're finding new ways to connect authentically without draining your battery. If you've had success connecting with people, just hit reply and tell me about it. I'd love to write about you in an upcoming episode. This week, I want to shift our focus to an area where many introverts often feel misunderstood or undervalued: the workplace. For 25 years, I've navigated the dynamic, often extrovert-centric world of marketing. From open office plans buzzing with constant chatter to rapid-fire brainstorming, it can feel like the professional landscape really is designed for those who think out loud and thrive on constant stimulation. Early in my career, I felt tons of pressure to perform as an extrovert, to be louder, to be more assertive, and to jump into every conversation. But this inevitably led to exhaustion and a sense that I wasn't bringing my true self to the table. It was through this struggle that I began to understand a profound truth. Our introverted nature isn't a weakness to overcome, but it's a powerful and often underestimated asset. We just need to understand it. From a behavioral psychology perspective, our brains are wired for deeper processing. This means we often take more time to think, observe, and synthesize information before responding. While this might be perceived as slowness in a fast-paced environment, it actually leads to more considerate, insightful, and often innovative contributions. Data shows that introverted leaders can be just as effective as their extroverted counterparts, especially when leading proactive teams. This is because they listen more and empower others more frequently. Philosophically, thriving in the workplace as an introvert is about aligning your professional actions with your authentic self. It's about finding purpose and impact in ways that honor your energy and leverage your unique strengths, rather than forcing yourself into a mold that diminishes your spirit. After a few decades of marketing and 8 years of working in the harsh corporate trenches of Houston, I found a couple ways to survive. And here's how I leverage my power and thrive in the workplace. The first thing I do, I prepare. Our brain thrives on processing information deeply, so you need to use this to your advantage. Before meetings, I review the agenda, research topics, and I jot down key points and questions. This allows me to contribute thoughtfully and confidently. Because even if I'm not the first to speak, I've found that my most impactful contributions and marketing strategies, well, they often come after I've had time to quietly digest information. So you need to prepare, listen, and then act. The second thing I do, well, I choose my communication channels wisely. Verbal communication is necessary. Don't underestimate the power of the written word. Introverts often excel at articulating complex ideas clearly and concisely in writing. So follow up your meetings with well-structured emails. You want to share detailed reports or contribute to these shared documents. This is going to ensure that your insights are actually captured and understood. The next thing I do, this is seriously probably the most important. I create a focus sanctuary. Open offices are an introvert's nemesis. So you need to advocate for quiet workspaces if you can. But if you can't, create your own sanctuary. Use noise-canceling headphones and schedule some dedicated deep work blocks in your calendar. Communicate to your colleagues that you need this uninterrupted time for your focus tasks. Protect this space because this is crucial for your productivity and your creativity. The next thing I found to be very helpful is something to do with networking. You see, if you network without any kind of goal in mind, you're going to fail. And for introverts, this is especially necessary. So I like to network with intention. I mean, forget the idea of working the whole room. That's ridiculous. As an introvert, focus on just building a few deep, meaningful connections with a few key people, colleagues, mentors, or industry peers. Seek out one-to-one coffee chats or virtual meetings where you can listen and engage. That's why a lot of the coffee chats are becoming so popular on LinkedIn and other networks. I believe we're just finding ways to come together more personally. And ironically, social media, which is typically a digital medium that separates us, is actually now working to bring us together in this way. The next thing I've discovered, you need to amplify your strength, not just your voice. Highlight your natural abilities, your keen observation skills, your capacity for in-depth analysis, your thoughtful problem solving, and your ability to listen actively. Frame your contributions around these strengths. For example, instead of saying, I'm quiet, say, I'm a keen observer and I've noticed X, Y, Z, which leads me to believe. See what I did there? Much more impactful. Thriving in the workplace as an introvert is not about changing who you are. It's about understanding your unique operating system, advocating for your needs, and then strategically deploying your strengths. When you do this, you'll find yourself not just surviving, but really excelling and making a huge impact. I'd love to hear from you. What's one introverted strength you've successfully leveraged in your professional life? Share your experiences in the comments below, and I might talk about you on my next show. Until next week, everyone, keep amplifying. Thank you for listening. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Good night.